Okay.
Hi everyone. Hi, we are Rocket ICO and today we have Jorgen here with us and we will speak about our project and show you the usual questions that investors or backers are likely to ask you.
Yeah, hello. My name is Mitri. I'm the product owner of Rocket ICO and nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Jorgen. I'm from cryptocurrency.nu. We are a platform of approximately 2,500 people who are interested in the cryptocurrency market as a whole. So not only ICOs but also cryptocurrencies, and we help people with cryptocurrency and how they can put in some money and maybe benefit from it. I created a list for you guys, so probably you looked at it. But one of the things I looked at your white paper, you have a real strong team.
Yes, sure. We have a great background in IT sphere. We created our first company more than 50 years ago, and we developed lots of enterprise software for our customers. It's CRM systems, ERP systems, and so on, and other solutions in mobile and web.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also I saw somebody from Steemit as well.
Yeah, our main.
As an advisor.
Yes, our main advisor is Valentin Zavgorodny. He's the co-founder of Steemit, and tomorrow he will write in Minsk. Yes.
So we are looking forward to this as well.
Yeah.
I can imagine. One of the things, because I met Elena in Barcelona at the IoT conference over there, and there were a lot of companies doing ICOs over there. And one of the things that I thought was interesting about you guys, you basically it's a really crowded market over there. But one of the things that there are also a lot of people who basically want to attract a lot of money and then maybe run away with it, and that's where you basically come in, right? Because you want to kind of direct the money and the investors connected to the ICOs and make it less possible for people to use it as a scam tool.
Yes, that's exactly where we come in. And actually, I think that what is happening in the ICO world right now is coming to an end in a way, because you can see that a lot of ICOs today do not have any vital product behind them. And that is a very, very dangerous situation, because you don't have a track record over people who are putting forward these projects. So Rocket ICO is addressing this issue, and thankfully, by the virtue of blockchain, it is becoming possible to have this security and safety in place, because as you know, blockchain technology enables you to track down interactions and transactions. So you can have a better track record of what has been happening in the actual world rather than just plain words.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So I put also a few questions, but these are ones that came to mind when I was just going through your website. But one of the things that basically a lot of people want to know is, why are you doing an ICO? You can do an IPO, and I saw a little interview with one of the people. I thought it was Roman or something like that, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes, Roman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and he used to be in the finance sector, and he was doing IPOs, but basically work with IPOs as well. But you're doing an ICO at this time. So I was just wondering, what is the reason that you're doing an ICO? What do you want the value to be used for? Actually, basically, I want to know the tokenomics.
Yeah. I think that ICO, this is a new phenomenon of crypto economics. It's peer-to-peer investment, and this is a great tool for all participants of crypto economics who want to contribute some value to this community, yes, to the blockchain community.
Mm-hmm.
For us, for example, it's I think big chance because we are from Eastern Europe, for example, and it's very hard to develop worldwide product sitting there in Belarus. We have, of course, famous examples like Wargaming or so on, lots of companies. But Silicon Valley and USA market is much better to build their own product and have investments from the ventures. And what we have using ICO tool, we have so lots of investors, crypto investors, and we have a new market, and that's why we decide to use it. Because we was a lot of time the outsourced company, we have lots of expertise, IT expertise, and now we decide this is a big chance to make the product and show what we can contribute to the world. And this is, I think, the best tool. I think wonderful tool. Yes.
And
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and also coming from the financial background as well as Roman, I can tell you that what is the difference between ICO and IPO? For IPO, you need, first of all, to have a lot of investments in preparation to the IPO. The companies that are going for IPO, that they pay huge bills to the companies that are preparing them for IPOs. And it is a very, very difficult process, and the transaction costs are so high that it is not that easy to approach this market. So in this way, ICO is avoiding this, how would you call it, this hurdle. Because it is a much, much simpler way. It's more transparent, and it enables you to directly peer-to-peer collect funds for the projects that are important to people. Because most of, I think, what I believe that the most people who are backing ICO projects, they want to see the difference in the world. They want to see a better world. They want to see the changes and more transparency and credibility and freedom. And I think that is where ICOs are coming into the market. And we do believe that it is a very, very revolutionary, as our CEO says, revolutionary tool to fundraising.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I got one question, and that's basically, who's your target audience? I can imagine that, of course, it can be the people who want to invest, but also people who want to do an ICO. But what do you view as your main target audience?
I think this is all crypto communities. So this is very different people in it. It's experts in some kind of industries, for example, lawyers or designers, developers, entrepreneurs, and so on. We want to collect it in one place using the social media network and bring to them lots of tools. So that's why I think all proactive people, this is our audience, yes.
We also, so basically not only the experts in all the industries, but also people who want to back some projects, also people who want to bring their projects to life. And sometimes, you know, we see it as a little living creature or a baby, our platform, because if you imagine, if you are a bright person with a good idea, you can come onto this platform and you can flourish with the help of the community, because there will be experts who will be able to provide you with some valuable advice and some backers that will be able to provide you with the funding necessary. But also, if you're yet finding your way in the crypto industry, you can come in there and you can see where life takes you, basically, because maybe you will partner up with somebody else and you will, brainstorm and you will come up with an idea. But first of all, you need to be surrounded by the like-minded people, and that's why we're building this infrastructure. It's an ecosystem, so you can find a place, one-stop shop, where you can find the people that believe and support this new economy that is developing just in front of our eyes. And it's easier when you know where to go, you know.
Yeah, it can be a one-stop shop as well. So if I hear it correct, could it also be that, for example, I'm a lawyer or something, and I connect myself to the network, and that way I can help people with an ICO to do the startup and basically benefit from that as well? Or if I'm I don't know, an accountant or whatever, you know, all kinds of expertise, you want them to be inside of your blockchain, and people can look into that, and where they want to step in, they can help out basically.
Yeah. And of course, you can propose your idea for the community. If you're a lawyer, you can propose that idea. I'm a lawyer, just a lawyer, but I have an idea just like this, and some developer can see this idea and said to you, hello, I like your idea. You can connect with them, and you can form the strong team using this community to any idea. Yeah, that's why this is singularity, you know, something like this.
Okay. Cool. I didn't get that from the start, but now I hear it and I think, okay, that's interesting. And how do you see? Because I asked it briefly already, but how do you connect the tokenomics? How do you think that will work out? What is your view on that? People will put in some money and get some tokens out of that. So what will I be able to do with those tokens eventually here? In the start, I understand, but maybe you can elaborate on that.
Utility token, first of all, it's access to other platform. We built the model of the government, and each government has their own currency. So this is a currency where the users can make agreements between each other based on smart contracts, Ethereum, using our tokens. It can be investment in our tokens. You can use the tools in other tokens and other benefits in our tokens. So this will be the blood of our system. All tools, all interaction will connect with our tokens. Of course, you can vote in using our tokens in our system for DIO constitution to change the laws and something like this. So this is blood of our platform. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very good. Okay. And could you because I kind of get the drift, but could you make a kind of an elevator pitch about Rocket ICO? What problem do you really solve?
Lots of problem. I think this is a new kind of interaction between people, because I believe that blockchain brings us the internet of financial. That's why we can digitalize a lot of process in in business. First of all, we want to digitalize agreements between users in the internet, and we want to digitalize the investment using the ICO tool. This is a platform which connects the experts, investors, and entrepreneurs with their projects. And we put the agreements based on smart contracts to this platform, and we put investment tool, peer-to-peer investment tool to this platform. And what we have the ecosystem, like we called it accelerator, because the community can see each stage of development of the product and can connect, voting about it. Everything is very clear. for community, what's going on with the team, what's going on with the entrepreneur, what's going on with the idea. So I think this is new kind of interaction and how the business will develop in the future using the blockchain, using the tokens and so on. And using this platform, these ecosystems, these rules, we solve lots of problems. For example, using agreements between people, we create the transaction between business more faster. That's why the business become more faster. And yes, this is the main idea. You can create your business just using the computer, no agreements in paper, no companies, you're doing everything in the platform. This is a fundamental, I think, problems, yes. And at the same time, we have the peer-to-peer investment. That's why you can investment becomes very faster too. At the same time, of course, we solve lots of problems in traditional crypto market. What we have now, this is the scam projects. One of the best, yes. This is I called it West Wild of ICOs because nobody has, and West Wild of cryptocurrencies because they bring the transparency rules, how you can interact with each other. Yeah, we want to bring the rules to the crypto community, how we can interact with each other. So I think this is the main rules, the main changes. Yes, what we want to bring.
I think from my side, I can add only that what I feel and see right now as we are doing our own ICO is that there is definitely a lack of infrastructure, of a place, of a meeting point of all the parties, and there is lack of transparency. And as you say, there is a lot of scam, but usually people see scam in terms of scam projects. So, but right now we see scam from experts, scam from backers, scam from all the parties involved. So it's not only just the project that you need to be aware of, it's also the other parties as well. And I think that people who are actually very, very enthusiastic about blockchain technology, they are so worried that this bad reputation can ruin the whole idea of ICOs as a tool for fundraising and blockchain as a technology. And it will be very, very amazing to build this infrastructure and what Dmitry says, rules, to give back the credibility to this tool, because the tool is amazing, but you need to use it wisely.
Yeah, I agree. This was also, of course, one of the things that we're talking about in Barcelona concerning the rules and regulation concerning ICOs. But of course, when you, with your platform, improve also the transparency of things that are going on within the project, it will be for people who put their money into the project, it will be more visible what's happening with the money as well. Yeah, and as you're saying, for sure, there have been some big names within the industry creating an ICO and also made steps that they shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
Let's not name and scam them. That's honest. You had some seed funding already, right?
We have done our pre-ICO. So
okay, that was your seed funding basically. You did the pre-ICO, and that way you collected some money to make the next steps. That was the major part which you were able to make the steps where you currently are.
Yes, and I think that what is going to happen further down, we actually like this idea of steps. Baby steps, because that is the way, when you have pre-ICO, you kind of declare what you are raising funds for. And it's more visible for all the community what has been done, and they can keep engaged within the process. And you know, it's a very nice and neat way, I think, to go forward.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And you've built a whole roadmap. How are you doing on that? Yeah, because I like to paste in, or maybe you can do it to paste in the roadmap. But how is the process? How's the development going? Are you on target or?
Yeah, we now creating our beta version of the platform. We create the prototypes. And I think we will launch it in 3 weeks. Yes, the beta version. It will consist of some functionality, but it will be the finished functionality, so it can be usable for the community. It will have functionality like the classic of the DAO with social media network. So something like this, and this is a realistic roadmap. We want to create a whole platform during the next year. And we think we will contribute the full functionality, most of full functionality in half a year, in 6 months, something like this. Yes, of hard development here.
Okay, yeah, I can imagine. It can be hard work, I guess.
It is hard work, but I just wanted to say that we're super lucky because our development office is located in Belarus. And as you know, Belarus is a very huge technical hub. And we're actually very open for our backers to come and visit Belarus. And right now we have 5 days visa-free entry from more than 80 countries if you take a flight to Minsk. So we are very, very excited to meet our backers and strategic partners here on the ground. And it actually helps maybe them to see that this is a country that has a lot of capability in terms of technical solutions. So
potential, maybe even, right? Yeah. Okay. Just one other thing. You know, your soft cap. You have a soft cap. You have a hard cap, probably. What is the soft cap?
I think it's about $1 million.
Okay.
Yes, it's for first stage. And hard cap, we decided to create the 3 stages of our ICO. What I mean, we issued the 25 million tokens. At first stage, we want to bring to the market 5 million tokens. And after the development full functionality of the platform, in 6 months, and when you can use it in full functionality, we create another sale to bring another 5 million tokens. And
okay, so you basically look at the development of the company, and then okay, we basically need some more money at this stage, so
yes.
We will attract some more. I really like that, Ali, actually, because a lot of companies are basically, they have a soft cap, they have a hard cap, and then when they have all the money, they don't know what to do with it. And you basically created the process of, okay, we need some more money because we're at this stage, and we're going on like that.
Yes.
And that's what I referred to when I said this is the idea that we adopt because we think that it is more transparent because it is obvious that money are being spent on the project and the product, and you can see the progress better. And this is the approach we actually want to take on to our platform, and that's why we want to test it ourselves, so then to preach it to our platform, because this is the way that people can be more secure in terms of how the budget is being spent, what has been done, and so on and so forth. It's not like a black box you just put in and then just, pray. Pray.
Exactly, yeah.
So
okay.
That's the way forward.
I like the concept. It's the first time I hear it like that, actually, and I've talked to probably about 50 ICOs at the moment. So there are a lot already. But this is an interesting development. I like it. Very good. You built your platform on the Ethereum platform. Yeah, you got ERC20. I also see DAO, and when people hear DAO and Ethereum, how did you make sure that your security is really good?
So we now we're developing the hybrid system. So it will be in some kind of centralized and in some kind of decentralized. We'll use the Ethereum financial layer to the other agreements between users first of all. But in the other releases, we will go to the decentralized architecture of our system. We create in a case of security, because we need to test the system to not to make the same mistake like the DAO. Yes, when the code mistake make lots of problems. Yes.
Great.
Because they think that the DAO, it's a great idea. I think it would be a great idea how the community can propose the idea and community can see it and have attraction. So this is a new kind of organization of future, I think. But first project was with little mistake in the code and hacker. Yes,
yeah,
it was very clever.
I think everyone has to figure out the basics first. But what I liked, Dmitry actually went to the Ethereum Foundation conference in Mexico, in Cancun. And I liked when he came back, he said that the message from the foundation is that, yes, we do need to make some adjustments and we need to put basics, right, and the foundation right. But they are so into what they are building that I think there is so much support from the community that goes into it as well. That it's not perceived like, oh, you're bad guys, you didn't think this through, blame you. No, it's like, okay, we didn't get all of the steps right. Okay, let's recap and let's make it work.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Let me see if I have some other questions still hanging around. I had some probably here. Let me see. I don't think I have at this time. Actually, I have more questions. I asked a lot already. Let me check what I sent to you. I think I went to all of it. So yeah.
But we're always open for further, communications in due course. If you or anyone from your circle has any questions, we're here to answer, and we're open.
Very good. Yeah. What I would like to do is maybe if I put this one on my website, probably my community will have some more questions, and it would be great if we can maybe do this again. And I ask you some questions which come from the community, and we have to see if you have all the questions that they like to be answered.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much.
Definitely. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.